In today's action-packed Kusama update, Shiden Network has announced that Covalent integrated with Shiden to bring data accessibility to their developers. Through this integration, Shiden is expanding the availability of data on the platform and simplifying the experience for developers who need reliable, high-quality data. Using Covalent's API, developers can pull Shiden's mainnet data. They can access the network via the unified API by changing the chain ID parameter. The blockchain data available includes token balances per address, historical transactions per address, historical prices by address, and ticker symbol, as well as decoded log events. So it's more of a technical announcement, but it's definitely useful for developers. Like I was saying in previous videos, Shiden are really focused on those developers. Next up, to take another look at Bitcountry. Bitcountry has been doing quite a lot of stuff. I know it's been a while since I've covered their updates, and that's mostly because we got quite a lot of info from Ray Lu from Bitcountry, who was recently a guest on my channel. Check out that interview popping up on the top right hand corner of the screen if you're interested to watch it. Now it is a bit long, but it's action packed with information. But Bitcountry have raised a whopping $36 million USD, and apparently in round 2 alone, $12 million worth of NUM have been sold out within 90 minutes, which is insane. That shows you the massive demand, just like we've seen with Pioneer, as its crowdloan cap almost got maxed out, but thankfully it didn't get maxed out, so that we should get about 17 year tokens more or less for each one KSM that we had contributed, and the minimum guaranteed was 68, so it's definitely a plus. They're also giving the community a bit more info about the BIT token, as he has already done in my interview with him, if you've watched it, and how it will play an important utility within the Metaverse platform. We also get a sneak preview of what the Metaverse platform looks like. Once you access a specific block of land, you enter this virtual world, which you see in this GIF, which is of course on their Twitter page, which looks absolutely awesome, and it does look nicer than what we've seen in that demo that they've covered with that football field. Now, what's cool about the land blocks is that you can use it for your own metaverse, for your own community of people. One block can be subdivided into 100 units, as they're announcing here. And here's the important part, which I think will drive the price of NEAR even further up, is that if you stake NEAR, you earn the BIT token, and then the BIT token will then be used on a daily basis as a material and energy, and is swappable to NEAR. So just assuming here that the Bitcountry and Bitcountry Pioneer platforms will be successful and people are going to be buying that land and they're going to be creating those metaverses, then just imagine the hype and just imagine how the price could actually end up being, right? And just think about it, right? This is like a real metaverse. It looks awesome. You can do what you want. You can build how you want in it. So yeah, absolutely amazing. But anyway, the utility here is very smartly thought out to also help drive the price up, which is what everyone who got into the crowd loan or who will be buying off the exchange wants to see, right? And also applies to those people who got into the token sale. A successful metaverse platform and the price to do well, just like we've seen Remark do. And before I continue on with the rest of the news, I'd like to take a moment to thank today's channel sponsor, Stablepool. So I'll play this short clip first. Thank you. This video is sponsored by Stablepool, a universal liquidity provider for decentralized exchanges. It's currently got just over 89 million in total value locked, and what it does is it aggregates the liquidity from all the decentralized exchanges available in their partners list, which we'll take a look at a bit later. They have a feature which allows you to stake various cryptocurrencies on the Ethereum blockchain from a minimum of $100, as we can see in this image. Top ones being stablecoins, as they provide a protection against volatility and give you a lot better returns than if you're just holding your money in a bank savings account. I think a lot of people still don't realize that maybe they just don't understand nor feel technically comfortable to make the jump. This is why I think once there will be some brokers out there who will manage this for their customers, there will be more onboarding for stablecoin staking and also top cryptocurrency staking, which are safer for the long term and less volatile. They're also offering liquidity mining. Different pools of tokens are locked in smart contracts, and you can choose from a wide range of pools that you could wish to add liquidity to and get a percentage of the pool rewards. Now, to get to the partners, Pantera, Fenboshi Capital, and Arrington Capital have invested in Stablepool. You can also see a list of the DEXs that they support with the pools that are available on their website. The company is based in Tokyo, Japan, and you can get in touch with them if you would like some assurance. Also, if you want to check out their white paper, they've got two versions available, the English and Japanese one. If you want to check out Stablepool, the link can be found in the description of this video. Thank you for watching. Moonriver has gotten to 10 million transactions and is the most active parachain on Kusama with over 70 live integrations, over 355,000 wallets, over 2,000 ERC20 tokens, and they're saying that Moonriver is an early indicator of what Moonbeam will bring to Polkadot, or will it? It sure looks like a lot of dexes have already lined up for launch on Moonbeam. After all, it's just as simple as it was to launch on Moonriver. My only concern with this is that the Moonriver ones may get partially abandoned while the hype is switching to the Moonbeam one where everyone's focus will be on, because at the end of the day, these dexes have devs behind them and devs need to feed themselves too, right? They gotta eat. So they're going where the hype is, right? Though in terms of collators, even after the recent upgrade, which is enforcing the 2-day wait on staking, there are still people staking and compounding on Moonriver. Even the smallest collator in terms of the total bonded amount has over 13,500 Mover staked to it. Polka House at 14,000 is the one I've personally staked to, and I'm always compounding to, because the guy who runs the Polka House community, Alex, he's a Polkadot ambassador who has been helping the Polkadot community, and so it's the least I can do by staking to his collator. All the payouts he's getting will be used to fund the Polka House treasury, which will in turn then support startups looking to develop on Polkadot or Kusama. Next up, Polkadot have made an interesting announcement which has really caught my attention, because it's in moments like these that you can find future gems very early. So they've opened up a program with applications that they had opened between the 24th of November till the 1st of December called the Polkadot Accelerator, where dev teams which had an idea on how to improve the Polkadot ecosystem overall will get the chance to become fully fledged startups, and we'll take a look at what these 10 chosen teams will be doing. The first one in the list is MetaSave, which is a game work data protocol for interoperable virtual worlds. It allows actions from one world to cause consequences in another in a transparent, verifiable manner, which sounds like they're tackling that Metaverse trend, which is definitely a big plus for them. But of course, it all depends if they can convince the jury who will ultimately decide who the winner is. Coda Finance is the Craigslist for OTC collateralized loans at fixed interest rates for fixed periods. So it looks like they're focusing on a DeFi product, likely one similar to Karura or Akala. Ticketing is the third one, and it's built using smart contracts to regulate the ticketing marketing such that actors can only perform within certain restrictions set by the event organizer. For example, upper limit of ticket resale price of 10% above original price, or in each ticket is programmed as an NFT, therefore eliminating ticket fraud and could become collectible after the event ends. Now, this could be an interesting one, as it could be used in the real world. I believe I've heard other projects trying to do something similar, but the question is who will onboard them, and that's what they'll need to work on. They'll really need a lot of marketing push there. So it all depends on who they're going to partner with, who they'll piggyback off, etc. Right? But the idea is really good, and the utility, of course, as well. Now, Polka Data is the fourth one, and it's a data analytics platform for DeFi investors to track how smart money is investing and structuring their portfolios on Karura. It contains three main elements for Karura users: a smart money block explorer, wallet profiler, and my portfolio dashboard. Now, this might be an interesting one for those who want to see what others are doing with their portfolios and maybe learn from them, but I do think that they're limiting themselves too much with just Karura. Perhaps they should expand a little bit, but maybe this is just the beginning and they want to show what they can do, and then they'll likely expand once they get that funding, right? This could be another reason. Publica Fights, the fifth project. This has made a basic implementation of a peer prediction mechanism on chain through a substrate runtime. This is a tool to verify information on the web, though done in a transparent way to it being done on chain. Due to it being done on chain. Now, unfortunately, I'm not too hyped about this one. It's a peer prediction mechanism, nothing special in my books, right? At the end of the day, you gotta have some hype, you gotta have some really cool utility. But to me, yeah, it just doesn't do it, right? That's just my personal opinion. Now, for the sixth one, Entity 54 is building a DeFi dApp on Akala's testnet, but they're not giving us more details as to what this dApp will be to get us more excited. So I don't have any thoughts on it till we get more info. Seventh is Hexlibrium, and they created magic circles to inspire people to play with their learning process through gamification technologies. So if I'm understanding this correctly, maybe they're creating some virtual images with the purpose to educate people on Polkadot and Kusama. I don't know, maybe, but I'm not so sure on it, so I'd like more details before I can kind of give my thoughts on this. 8 is Metadot, which is a non-custodial browser extension wallet that supports Kusama, Polkadot, Astra, and a few test networks, with the list still growing. Metadot's core focus area is the user experience and filling the gaps for the network users. Okay, so it sounds like maybe a simplified version of the current Polkadot web wallet. We'll see how it will look. Because it is a browser-based extension, so it could be easy to use. It might be useful for people who are new to Polkadot and Kusama and might want a simplified version of that extension of the wallet, right? If they manage to find a way to keep things simple, perhaps they could do well. Now, 9th is Krakura, which sounds very similar to Karura, but it does have a reason for being called this way. The reason being is because Krakura is an arbitrage trading bot between the Kraken centralized exchange and the Karura DeFi platform. Now, which is one that has actually caught my attention, and I love to be able to use this. I'm sure many will be using it depending on the cost, of course, and if it will work well and be profitable in the long run, because at the end of the day, that's the only reason why you'd want to use an arbitrage bot, to make some profit, right? The 10th and the last one, but not least, is Pass, which is a decentralized and non-custodial password manager that uses the Phala blockchain as a backend and which UI is embedded in a web browser extension. So it's a tool that will help you store your password or generate new passwords, and that'll be private, of course, thanks to Phala Network's privacy tech. Now, it's interesting, but it's not so wow to me personally, right? It's all about just storing some passwords. I have to say, out of all of these 10, my two favorites are MetaSafe and Krakura. MetaSafe because it will be used to create interoperability within the metaverses, and maybe they'll even work together with projects like Bitcountry, Remark, or even Darwinia. And Krakura because I think having an arbitrage bot between Kraken and Polkasama Eco will help with trading, as long as it'll prove to be profitable in the long run. After the accelerator program, participants will have the opportunity to apply for grants from Polkadot, raise equity and token funding from Incode Invest, and get funding from investors in the Polkadot ecosystem, which I really think it will happen. Although investors would like a share of the pie, so I'm suspecting that some sort of tokens may be created for some of these projects in order to generate utilities within the projects or within the dApps. And that's where some VCs might also pop in and get interested. Perhaps even some treasury funding might come handy from the Polka House treasury. Now, I am curious to get your thoughts. Which of these 10 is or are your favorites? Drop me a comment below to let me know. And finally, Phala Network have partnered with Remark as per 0x Canary Kid on Twitter, which means he will bring privacy to their upcoming metaverse due to launch next year. Canaria Birds will also be the primary governance token, and Remark will be the only currency to buy land with, so hence the big excitement around Remark and hence why the price has been doing so well. Phala Network are also telling us the difference between a smart contract and a FAT contract, or maybe I should say FAT because I don't really like to use that word, which they're currently working on delivering and should launch anytime. The smart contract has a 12-second delay latency, while the FAT contract has 0. One worker, which is the computing power required for the smart contract, while the FAT contract uses a sigma worker, which is the sum of all values in a range of series. It also has privacy and needs access to the internet as opposed to the smart contract. Also, before the end of this video, a kind reminder to use my Zeitgeist referral link in the pinned comment of this video or from the description should you wish to participate in order to get that 5% bonus. That's been it from today's video. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.